Hello, I'm Retro Movie Girl, and today I'm here with the first episode of episodes Choose Your Own Story. This is where I review some of the stories on the app, episodes Choose Your Own Story. I have a previous video that starts off the playlist. I'll put it right here in the card for you. But today it's not the first story I played, but it's the latest one. It's called Pregnant and in Love. And I'll put the person's name when I do the editing. I'll put the person's name before this clip so you can see it. But what Pregnant and in Love is about is a young girl named Marie. This one has CC, which is customization, which means you can change the name to anything you want. Doesn't necessarily have to be Marie, but Marie is the name I picked. And every character can be customized along the way. You have you're in high school for this one, and you are 16 years old, and what happens is that you are being it has very, 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 very harsh content. So please be forewarned. You are being physically abused by your stepfather, and you have to cope with that, along with some things that are going on. You meet Cody, for example. Cody is a bad boy of the school. He's relatively new, and you get into a situation with him, and you find yourself having to lie about the situation. As you can tell by the title, you're pregnant, but you don't know, but you know who the father is, but you continue to tell people when you continue to tell people that the father is someone else so that your baby can have the best life. But where these lies lead into disaster, because you already have James, but you don't want him to know that anything happened between you and Cody. Plus, you have to deal with the fact that your mother is about to marry your future stepfather, who you call the monster, and you have to deal with a lot of things. The first thing the author says is, along the way, about midpoint of the story, she says she's gotten a lot of fan mail about how stupid the character is, about why doesn't she call the police because she knows this is happening to her. The truth is, a lot of rape and sexual abuse goes unreported, so the author just wants you to know that, and about halfway through she'll tell you that happens, and that's a real thing, and people do suffer from it, and it takes them a long time, if ever, to confess to the fact that it's happening to them. So she's asking you not to judge the main character. She's only 16 years old. She has no idea what she's doing, as most of us did, as all of us do when we're 16. She has no idea what she's doing. But in the end, I think things come along in the right direction. There's also a guy named Nick from your past, which he has a musical band, a rock band, and he comes back into your life at a very stressful and critical time, and he'll help you see what your life was like before you had your, let's say, your transformation, and he helps put things back into focus. So that's why I love the story, because it's realistic. It's not exactly the nicest thing. Things do wrap up very well, but it's not exactly a story that if you're like 10 or 11 or 9 you would read. The app is designed for 13 and up, but feel free when you're in the app to send the author fan mail if you choose. And I really like the story because it was realistic, but it also frustrated me a lot because she didn't report what was happening to her, and it was really hard for me to tolerate the fact that she wasn't reporting it, but I know a lot of people don't, so that's helpful. But make sure that when you read this, you don't prejudge the character, because we were all 16 once and we were all lost. And hopefully by the time you play that, by the time you see this review, and if you decide to play it, let me know what you think. But I really enjoyed the story because it was high impact, and I think anyone can learn a lesson about the choices you make and the consequences they may have. So if you like what you've seen in this video, and if you want to play Pregnant and in Love, you can, but I already explained what you must do first in the previous video to this playlist. So watch that video before you watch this one. And if you play Pregnant and in Love, tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you very soon in my very next video. Bye.